Hey, welcome back to our coaching clinic presentation. I'm Coach Steve Parker. This is a presentation I created for KYAFB Football in Keller, Texas, and this is a continuation of this presentation. And we got to the next slide is what's in your coaching bag. I know I've written an article on this on the coachparker.org blog before, but I carry a normal day pack, backpack, kind of ones your kids use for school. I've had it about 10, 12 years now, and wife keep kind of sewing it up, but love the backpack. But I keep a lot of stuff in there. It's kind of parents call it my MacGyver bag. I've pretty much got everything in there that I need to keep everything going, especially at practice. Here's some things. You can see the list here on the screen, but let's just talk about it. I've got two coaches' whistles. I've got one usually around my neck and one in there if I forget or another coaches forget. Just actually had to buy another whistle. We scrimmaged another team, and a coach didn't have his whistle, so I had an extra whistle. We were able to do that with the scrimmage. I always carry a very simple team playbook, kind of a compacted version of it in case I need to look back at something, or if you want to give your players a copy of a play out of there, you've got that. Nothing too fancy there. I like to keep a clipboard and practice pens. It's a real small one, practice plans. It's kind of like your normal, 11 by 5 clipboard. It's got the practice plan on there, and then some other paper there with the spiral notebook kind of hooked in there. That way, if I have to draw anything up real quick or give notes to parents, I've got that with me. I definitely have a bunch of pens and pencils. I've started using 3 by 5 cards quite a bit to put notes on my defenses and offenses on those. That seems to work out. I just keep those in my pocket. I got Sharpies around my neck. I've got a Sharpies with my whistle. I've got Sharpies in the bag along with a big marks a lot kind of thing that we have to make a sign or whatever we can use. I do keep a small dry erase board. Kind of put it out of my bag now. It's in the car, but I've got that kind of got in the way every now and then. But I also got a little first aid kit in the pack with Band-Aids. I also highly recommend these ankle braces that you can lace up to keep in there. I don't know how many kids twist their ankles. These are really great for games, that you can basically put them on like a sock and then you lace it up, and it's kind of, instead of taping the ankle, it works really good. I've got masking tape in there, athletic tape, so I do have to wrap something up. I can't tell you enough, the small helmet repair and pad and repair kit, how many times I have to use that when kids' little screws are missing off their helmets or whatever. It's great to have that. I've got a Leatherman multi-tool in there with, knives, scissors, kind of stuff, screwdrivers, pliers. That works out great. I do carry one of those small hand air pumps to pump up footballs and helmets. This next one, mouthpieces, man, I tell you, I go through probably 20 mouthpieces a season. You definitely want to be carrying those in your bag. And if you can believe it, chin straps, definitely have those in there. After each practice, I give it a word sticker out for the best practice player. At least try to do that every practice. I do keep one football with me. I can stuff it in the top of the bag there. I've got a wrist coach when I'm coaching offense. Definitely have my coach's wrist coach and another one in case the player's lost it. I've got a stopwatch that I keep in there and got one on my phone now, so it's not as critical that it's in there. I keep a bunch of change in there. And, I guess I'm old school. That's when I guess there were phones that pay phones that you had to use. But I keep change in there for Cokes and Gatorade and just throw change in there as I need. I do keep a small video camera in there that's about 10 years old that I can beat up with extra batteries. Do have the little small helmet pump that goes for Rydell's in my bag. I've got a football belt, a couple of shoulder straps for shoulder pads. I've got clips for those. I've got a set of paper towels in case I need to use paper towels. And I keep a pair of receiver gloves in there, which is the size of the age group that I'm coaching in case somebody's hands gets cold, especially the quarterbacks or main running back. We can try to warm up their hands. And that's pretty much what I carry in this little blue backpack that I've had for years. And like I said, it's amazing what you can get in those. And it's my MacIver bag. Now I do have a bunch of more other equipment. Let me get to this next slide here that we use that I keep in my expedition. I've got a larger first aid kit in the expedition. It's a little bit more expanded. I've got basically a larger helmet repair kit. I've got a small toolkit, another multi-toolkit. It'd be amazed how many jaw pads and helmet pads that I've had to go through. You think you're not ever going to do it, but when you start coaching a long time, you wind up picking these up. Of course, in my football bag, I've always got 6 footballs. I've got 2 kicking tees, an extra point tee. I use these flat agility cones, rings that can be set up like a ladder too. I've got little bitty 9-inch cones that we can use. I've got a bigger pump for footballs, extra Sharpies, mouthpieces, chin straps, athletic tape, pretty much secondary items that are not in the backpack. I carry extra practice jerseys. I don't know how many times a kid will show up and forgot their practice jersey. I just use these old t-shirts. I've got an extra pair of socks in there, extra pair of football pants. I've got an extra game jersey if I've bought an extra one that year. Extra set of pant pads in case somebody lost a pad. You got that. I've got a set of scrimmage pennies vests that we keep in the car in case we're going to scrimmage another team. That's all ready to go. I do have some football spray paint, which is good to spray down sometimes for if you're at a field that you're always at and they don't mind. You can spray paint instead of having cones all the time. You can kind of spray paint your drill sections there, and that seems to work out. I've got some agility rings. I've got an extra neck roll that I usually keep in there in case somebody's hurt their neck. Rib vest. And then I have shields and my practice dummies. I sold my king crab sled. I thought I was going to retire at one time. I wish I still had it for this season. Definitely, I've got some junior players that wish I had it. But I used to stuff that king crab sled in the back of my car, which is kind of a blocking sled kind of thing. And that's really the expanded football equipment that I keep. Since I've moved back to Texas from our Denver, I do keep some extra ice water and cool towels when it gets really, really hot here in Texas to beat the heat. And the cool towels have really worked out. And I heard that, I just read an article, you don't have to buy the fancy cool towels, that regular towels work just fine. So you could cut up a big beach towel into like 9, put it in your cooler, and I guess they supposedly work as good as the fancy $10 cool towels that you can buy. Of course, I went out and bought the fancy ones, but you can certainly use the inexpensive method if you want. And so that's pretty much all the equipment that I can think of that I've used over the last 20 years that if you've got, you're pretty much set. Of course, there's always something that you'll wind up needing, but this has covered me pretty well over 20 years on what I need to have for the field and games. So I hope that helps. Please like us below on YouTube, and any comments, it would be great. Again, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. Thanks for watching, and remember, play for fun, and winning is funner.